inside the Niger Delta.
In his reaction to the face-off between host communities of OML 25 and the River State government, leader of the Niger Delta People's Volunteer Force, Mujahid Dokubo Asari, has called on Governor Wike to stay away from the internal affairs of oil-producing communities in Kula Kingdom. Dokubo Asari, in an exclusive interview with Inside the Niger Delta, said it was not within Governor Wike's purview to dabble into crude oil-related issues.
He don't toy with the destiny of the people. What he cannot do, there are certain things he cannot do. And nobody is going to allow him to mess around with our people. According to the laws of the land, petroleum production is given to the government of the Nigerian state. He has no power, he has nothing. He can only come in to make suggestions and express some views on what is happening. What he's doing is to cause confusion. What he's doing is to divide and rule. It's not his business. So this one, he cannot do anything. OML 25 will produce. If stakeholders, we Kalabari people, have a way of resolving our crisis, we'll go to Kola, we'll sit down. Anybody who is interested to come and resolve. But whatever appointment, whatever meddlesomeness that Wike is bringing will fail. He has no such powers, and he cannot exert such powers in Kalabari land. It's impossible and will not allow him.
The ex-Niger Delta agitator and chief of Kalabari Kingdom called on Governor Wike to rather commit himself to the transformation of the Kalabari-speaking communities, most of which are grossly underdeveloped, despite their immense contribution to the economic survival of River State and the country at large.
We've been talking of Trans-Kalabari Road, connecting Port Harcourt to Old Bakana to Bakana, Bakana to Tombia, Tombia to Buguma, Buguma to Buguma. And from there, connecting from Degema to Krakrama. From Abonima to Krakrama. That's what we have been talking about. It's building how many bridges in Port Harcourt for how many billions in Port Harcourt and Obiakpor that produces nothing. His deputy governor is from my place, from Obama. Come and see the secondary school there. We have been talking, we have been crying. I have personally met him on several occasions. He said, go and bring this in QS. We have done it for many years, 4 years at last. That's his deputy governor's place.
Dokubo Asari also called on the federal government of Nigeria to consider the plight of those commuting on the fast deteriorating East-West Road, currently in dire need of attention. And just before we draw the curtain on the program, it is instructive to note that the East-West Road, which connects the entire Niger Delta to the rest of the country, is yet to receive the attention it deserves under the current administration of President Muhammadu Buhari. The continued neglect of the East-West Road is in spite of its huge significance to the economic well-being of the Niger Delta region. Under the administration of President Goodluck Jonathan, there was an attempt to reconstruct the road from Ore in Ondo State to Cross River State. Contracts were awarded to construction firms to rehabilitate the road in phases, and that effort had brought relative succor to some commuters at strategic portions of the road. In recognition of the importance of the East-West Road to the economy of the Niger Delta and indeed the entire country, the government of President Muhammadu Buhari had in September last year promised to complete its rehabilitation project. But what we see on ground does not suggest that this all-important project is still in the priority list of the federal government. As an interim measure, we call on the federal government to direct its agencies, possibly the NDDC, to undertake repairs of seriously damaged sections of the East-West Road that have become security flashpoints in the Niger Delta. In the meantime, the federal government is expected to devise and carry out concrete plans on the completion of the seriously dilapidated East-West Road that has become a major source of nightmare for road users in the Niger Delta.
Inside the Niger Delta.